Can we end world hunger? Well, it depends. And today I have put together something that I really did not expect to put together. But it went from a page to a poster board to a bulletin board to a living room floor. Because Reflections on Hunger has been more than just a college course. It's been, well, so many different things. And what we have learned, what we have discussed is only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to world hunger, poverty, food security. And so this little project just kind of grew, and it grew up, and it's still growing. But this is what I came up with when I started putting all my ideas together. This is a little bit of a, well, I don't know what it is, but I'm just going to walk you through it, and I will ask for your patience. I'm not going to read everything, but you can see that I've used some note cards, sticky notes. I have utilized a lot of our PowerPoints and key figures that pictures can always help us to understand the big pictures, the concepts. So this is what I came up with. I kind of based it around dimensions of food security, availability, utilization, access, food politics, sustainability, stability, and the Sustainable Development Goals, which you see around. And what I did was, considering our dimensions diagram in the beginning, considering our Sustainable Development Goals, which came from the MDGs, Millennium Development Goals. And then we have kind of gone through the gamut. So what we have here tonight is kind of a pictogram of what we are learning. Everything is, what did we say? Interconnected. Interconnectedness. Everything requires multidisciplinary work. We cannot go into any single sustainable development goal like industry, decent work, responsible consumption. We cannot go into any one of these, let alone zero hunger, gender equality, no poverty, without considering all 17 and considering how they are interconnected. I didn't put down my little pieces of yarn here to show you how they are connected, but I think you'll probably get the picture. Because, for example, so we have high impact organizations, and they go out and they do an excellent development project. And they work with logic models and program development. Program development comes from my heart, which is the Cooperative Extension Program. So we go to any one of these things. There's urban development, the restoration diagnostic. We go to any one of these things, and we are not going to be able to look at one particular sustainable development goal without deciding and putting a voice to everything that goes with it. So we have in, say, the girl power and women's empowerment, we have not just gender equality, but we have to address hunger. We have to address quality education, because women, girls, will not break a cycle of poverty until they are not hungry, until they are educated. Once those things are taken care of, then comes equality, empowerment. So it doesn't just happen in a little isolated chamber away from other things. We must be sustainable. We must have, what's that, one of our key words, impact. And throughout the entire process, we must, what is that word? Evaluate. And evaluate for sustainable development. What does it mean to be sustainable? It meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of the future. We cannot just go out to Bangladesh and do women's empowerment in 3 communities and call it good. It must be sustainable. It must be part of short-term goals, medium-term goals, long-term goals to impact, to evaluate, and become sustainable. So I hope that you're able to see some of what I put together. I spent about a week doing this, and now I'm asking you to listen to me for 10 minutes, and I know it's a bit confusing. But I find every element in this to be necessary, to be vital, just like our bodies, like our animals. We cannot have a neurological system without a digestive tract. We cannot have a digestive tract without a nervous system. So this is how all of this fits together. So I hope that this shows a little bit of what I think that I have learned, a little bit of what you have taught, and a lot of ideas to go forth with, not just for a final exam, not just for rote memory and studying, but for our future. This is why I came back to the UGA. I wanted to finish my degree, but I'm also looking at how I could give back. What can I do for food security in the future? What can I do for missions or extension or wherever this journey takes me? Well, can I end world hunger? It depends.